Hi, in this video, I'm going to show you how to export and import a TouchChat vocabulary file from one iPad to another. And it's a really pretty easy process. And I do want to also say that TouchChat and LAMP Words for Life, their import and export process is the same. So if you have either of those apps, they're going to work the same. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you need to do on both iPads is to turn on AirDrop. And you do that by opening Control Center. And the Control Center you open by going to the upper right-hand corner of your iPad. And with your finger, you're going to swipe down. You'll see that Control Center's open. I need to come up over here. You'll see this is the AirDrop icon. I need to turn that on and it'll turn blue. So now you know AirDrop is on. Do this for both iPads. All right, now we're gonna go into TouchChat and we're gonna do this on the iPad that has the vocabulary you want to share to another iPad. So I'm gonna open TouchChat and I'm gonna come up here in the left-hand upper corner and I'm gonna select vocab. If for some reason you don't see vocab over here on the left and menu on the right, that means it's been turned off in settings. And sometimes we do this in order to keep students from being able to go in, change and delete things. So very quickly, I'm gonna show you how to enable that if it was turned off. So you'd come into settings here, you'd go all the way to the left and the bottom, select apps, find TouchChat, and you'll see right here, make sure that you have allow editing turned on. And that will ensure that you see the words vocab and menu at the top. So we're in TouchChat on that first iPad that we want to take the vocab from and put on another. We're gonna tap vocab, choose new vocab. Then we're gonna come over to the menu now. Tap menu, and you've probably guessed it, we're gonna use this import, export vocabulary. Then we're gonna say export and share. You'll select your vocabulary that you want to share. You can say done here. It will prepare to share. And now it's gonna ask you how you wanna share it. We're going to use AirDrop. So you're going to tap AirDrop, and then what it's going to be doing is looking for other devices that have AirDrop turned on. In case you have multiple iPads around you, make sure you have the right iPad, and you can check the serial number at the back of the iPad to make sure it's the one that you want to send it to. Mine looks a little different because I'm using my Mac here. So once you find that device, you're going to click on it. It's going to say waiting. And then that's the end of what you need to do on this first iPad. Now I'm going to switch over to the second iPad and show you how the rest of this process works. Okay, I'm on my second iPad, the one that I want to put the vocabulary file on, and I'm going to be looking for a message from AirDrop. And it's going to look like this. You're going to want to say accept. It's going to process that. And then you're going to get this screen. Make sure you come up and you say open in TouchChat. We're almost done here. You just have to kind of finish all these prompts. Do you want to import the file? Say yes. This is where you could change the name if you want to as you're putting it in. Otherwise, you can say save. And then there you see you just successfully imported a vocabulary file onto the iPad. So that is how you export and import TouchChat or LAMP Words for Life vocabulary from iPad to iPad. I hope this was helpful, and thanks so much for watching.